Mr. Masters, you and Miss Martin have a child together, and it is your claim that Miss Martin purposely sabotaged a planned visitation, and as a result of that, you were unable to visit with your daughter when you traveled to see her, and you want Miss Martin to compensate you for the travel expenses that you incurred during that visit. That's what your case is about. Miss Martin says that the visitation had been rescinded by a judge at the time that you went to visit the child. She has a ridiculous counterclaim that I'll get to in a moment, but your counterclaim is a silly one. Now, how old is your child?
She's almost 4, 3.5.
And where do you live, Mr. Masters?
Dallas, Texas.
And where do you live, Miss Martin?
California, Los Angeles.
And when the child was born, where were you living, Mr. Masters?
California, Los Angeles.
So you moved to Texas?
Yes, ma'am, 3 months ago.
Is there a reason that you moved to Texas?
Work. Being here in California is hard to find work, a lot of competition. Dallas is just a better lifestyle.
Now, when you were in Los Angeles and your child was born, were you and Miss Martin ever residing together?
No, ma'am.
When your daughter was born, was there a declaration of paternity declaring you to be the father? You were never married, correct?
Correct, ma'am.
And at one point, there had to have been a court action because there was a visitation in place. Who initiated that?
I initiated that. I filed for custody and visitation.
And was there a judicial order
Yes.
put in place? I'd like to see it.
I don't have the one from Maryland.
Do you have it?
Yes, ma'am, I do.
From what jurisdiction?
The baby was born in Maryland. I have one from Maryland. That was the original. There have been 2 since then.
Just a second. The child was born in Maryland because you left Los Angeles.
Yes.
Who lives in Maryland? Family?
My family.
And did he come and see the child when the child was born in
He
Maryland?
came. Yes.
So I assume things were reasonable at that point.
No, ma'am.
Not really.
Not really was sufficient for him to come to visit you in Maryland. He traveled from
Yes, he
Los
came
Angeles.
to see. He came to meet his daughter. Yes.
Okay, fine.
That was fine.
And you don't have the original orders of visitation.
No, I didn't bring that one.
Do you have the latest one?
I do.
I'd like to take a look at it. And when did you plan, sir, on visiting your daughter?
This was August the 18th, that weekend.
And was that pursuant to the order of visitation then in place?
Yes, ma'am.
In August?
Yes, ma'am, and here's
No.
that order.
No. This was filed in July.
That is the most recent one. There is not one after that. That is the
No,
one that was in
before.
place. On August 19th, that's
No,
the
no,
one
no.
that was in place.
There goes.
I want to see one that was in place between 2013 and 2016.
I don't have that.
There it is, ma'am.
That's not it. That is something that he filed in June. That is not the original one.
I see what happened. He filed an action July 13th, 2016, and in his action, he was asking for joint legal custody, and visitation was granted, weekends starting immediately, and a visitation schedule. Were you present at that hearing?
No, he filed a regular, normal hearing, but I wasn't notified of the hearing. That's why I wasn't present. I would have been there.
Who knows? Shoulda, woulda, coulda. Now, can you tell me, Mr. Masters, why you found it necessary to file a case on July 13th?
So to clarify the timeline, Miss Martin and I were in a brief relationship. We decided to go on have a co-parenting relationship here in California. This situation arose because I didn't know if I could have children. It was kind of a dire situation. So
Whatever. But you left for Texas.
Yes, 3 months ago. Yes.
Did you let the defendant know that you were relocating to Texas?
Her and I in minimal communication. Everything was filed to the court system.
So the answer is you did not tell her that
Directly,
you were
no.
leaving for Texas in June, is my
Correct.
question.
Correct.